Hello, everyone. Welcome. My business partner and I from the Brain Integration Institute, Annie Kalakar, and I are broadcasting live from Specially Produce Network. We're so excited you're here and we wanted to introduce them. They are San Diego's largest produce distributor. If you're ever here in San Diego, please check out their massive warehouse of fresh produce. It's amazing what they have here. And today we are graciously supplied with all of these fresh vegetables for our podcast today. Today, our podcast is about connecting with your intuition for the purpose of talking to your body and to create health. Look, even the red lettuce wanted to talk to us too. And fall off the on-air sign, and the tomato went rolling. That's so funny. The vegetables became alive during our podcast. It's so cute. So, do you know how your body can talk to you?
I think this is one of those questions that everybody wants to say yes to, and I'm going to make it even easier right now. Just take a moment, everyone who's listening. And right now, I want you to imagine that there is an invisible phone built into your chest near your heart. And go ahead and pick up that phone and say, hello. And notice the immediate connection that you have to your body. Now ask it, what's going on in there? You may have noticed right away you were listening intently to your body. And that's how easy it is. I mean, we're so conditioned to listen on a phone. I want you to use that phone to start talking with your body.
Absolutely. And why do we want our body to talk to us? Why do we want to talk to our body? What we really are talking about is creating a two-way communication through a system called our intuition.
So, Ashley, what do we gain from talking to our body?
Oh my gosh, we gain so much. But let's just talk about a few really high quality points about that. Trust and confidence in your body, right? Working with it, feeling good, feeling amazing, having health and vitality, and having happiness and inner peace. What if you want to feel healthy in your body? How do you get there? What do you do? How do you connect to your body and hear what it wants to share with you? So what if you are empowered to create your own health? How would you do that? Maybe picking up the phone, right? Let's try that. What do you think, Annie?
Well, I think, before we answer that question, let's talk about how everything is energy,
Sure is.
even your body. And that energy holds consciousness. So when we ask our body what it wants, we're asking the consciousness that's stored in the cells, in the cellular functions of the body. And that's who we're really talking to when we talk to our body. So what does this mean? I think the best way to look at this is in a very simple example, like, your stomach hurts. So what does your wrenching stomach want to say?
Oh
Now,
my gosh, most of the kids say, my stomach hurts. I don't want to go to school because the teacher just doesn't understand me.
exactly. Or my friends don't, understand me. Some people might say, oh, my stomach said, I don't want to talk to my best friend because they keep whining about how bad their life is. And, another story might be, I'm frustrated that my coworkers are judging me. They do it every day.
They sure
So,
do.
but that's right there. You have conscious awareness now of what's bothering your body.
Right?
So you might ask the question, what do you do next? So we look at creating intention, right, as a way to initiate that connection to your body. So what type of question would you like to ask your body so that you're able to create a formula for feeling good?
Absolutely. We have a 3-step formula that we've created that makes it really, or creates it being really easy for you to connect to your body. Our first step is set an intention to actually connect to your intuition by asking your intuition. Say, hello, are you here? I'm ready to initiate some questions. The second part that we want to do is ask your body what it needs. Ask those questions like, why does my stomach ache? And the third one is, that's so easy, is dive right in and take a moment and allow your intuition to share what it truly is wanting to say. What is your body wanting to tell you? Remember that your personal health question is best answered by your intuition, your inner knowing, regardless of what anyone else has to say. That maybe your neighbor, your mom, your sister, your brother, your spouse, your kids, the kids themselves. Instead of asking everyone else how your body's doing, ask yourself, tune in. Your inner knowledge connects to your body's innate own knowledge and can support you in helping you understand what it is you may need in the moment. What does your body's innate knowledge mean? Annie, will you share with us what that means?
Yeah, it's really basically what you already know about you. I mean, it's that simple. So when you have a stomach ache, you need to remember it isn't always a physical root cause like eating leftovers. I think we as people already know that we hold stress and fear and anxiety and trepidation and, a long list of other emotions in our gut. So when we understand this, we can then ask ourselves, what might be going on in our lives to create this reaction in our stomach? So
that's for sure.
Yeah, and so we want to ask questions. I guess we want to say, how do we ask questions of our body? And I think the number one rule is keep it simple. Yes, no questions work the best.
Sure do.
And then be open to hearing what comes forth.
Yeah.
The way we do this is we let go of any thoughts of what you think it is all about. And I call this letting go of your becauses. Well, I think it's this way because, and fill in the blank. I think we all do this. I think this is the way our brains rationalize everything that happens in our lives. We immediately go into because, and it's a thinking experience. It's not necessarily an intuitive experience because we're not getting quiet and listening to the voice within that's really telling us what the truth is. And then we want to allow for just the truth of what is really going on with, in this example, your stomach pain, so it can emerge. And that means you have to create some space for that to actually happen.
Right. And creating some of that space, that's what we call step 3, or diving in to your intuition, diving into it, really taking a moment, deepening your breath, letting go of that mind chatter, all of those things to create really the centering space so that you can really connect to that phone call called your intuition. And so we're going to talk about for just a minute about what centering actually means. That first part in centering is taking a moment out of your worry, your overwhelm, your concern. Let's say in the example of the stomach ache, let's say your stomach is really, really bothering you. It's really wrenched up. It doesn't feel good, and you want to take care of it right away. It's calling you to take care of it. So what we do is we tend to kind of go into this really fast acting activity called mind chatter. What could it be? Where did it come from? Who did it to me? What food did I eat? I didn't sleep enough, and we go into that frantic kind of mode about trying to determine what it is. So in that moment, take a moment, go, okay, I got a stomach ache. It doesn't feel very good. Take a moment, breathe, connect to that intuition, connect to that phone call. Say, I'm here, I'm allowing, I'm diving in. I'd love to know what the real truth is. And when I access, I'd like to know what the real truth is, that mind chatter starts to settle. Then we deepen our breathing. It is essential because really when we deepen our breathing, it starts to release some of the BS that we tell ourselves about what's happening in our body. Because a lot of times what we refer to as what we think is the problem may not really be the problem at all. It may be something, and we're kind of chasing our tail after stuff that may not really make it feel better. And these are things we call that we tell ourselves that is the truth, but really may not be the truth at all. A next part is, well, we want to diminish the attachment to the outcome. That means we still want our stomach to feel better. But what if it doesn't have to be all the ways that we think it is? What if we could open to the idea that other opportunities are there to recognize what was really creating the stomach ache? There you go. Nice job, everyone. You're doing really great. We do this too all the time. And sometimes we get caught up in our busyness and kind of forget to let go of that mind chatter. So now when we diminish it, we create less demanding and we create more wondering. That is, wondering, how could this have happened? What happened? It helps us take a moment to back up what had happened and what created that stomach ache by going, well, I guess I really didn't sleep that well last night. Well, maybe I really am worried or concerned about my coworkers. I'm going to walk into work and they're going to judge me again. And it happens all the time, and I don't know what to do about it, and I'm really getting tired of it. And maybe that intuition might tell us, maybe, right? You're more concerned about how people will judge you or see you or work with you or relate to you, and how do I work with them back in that environment? What do I do? Right? That helps us set up for these deeper ideas of what might be causing pain or aches in our body. Annie, would you tell us a little bit about some demanding episodes you've experienced that create that sense of demanding versus wandering?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that and the value of wondering, because really it's like when you enter sort of a magical space, like a child entering a castle for the first time, there's a state of like the unknown, but there's an expectancy built in that there's something good that's going to come. Like you're just patiently waiting for what's going to be revealed next. And when we're demanding, especially of our intuition, to tell us the right story about why our stomach hurts, we can often break down that relationship between the person and their body, or really it's the body's voice, the body's intuitive voice. And so as the demander, we actually shut down that relationship when we go into that energetic, tell me now energy. And I think this is very common with little kids to their parents, and they don't realize that they're breaking down the relationship through their demands. So here's an example, right? If I say, I demand my stomach get better, we might be putting pressure on our intuition to tell us how to solve the problem. And the truth is, it could be more complex than we realize or even appreciate. So if we rush the learning, we may miss the opportunity to explore the truth of the stomach pain. So what do I mean by this? Well, maybe there were emotions and judgments and demands that were not met. Perhaps my body really wanted a fresh meal prepared, and maybe my spouse was going to make that for me, but got busy and forgot or didn't get to the store. So I may have had disappointment running through my body when I was eating leftovers. Okay. And then maybe I also had a desire for different food because maybe I hate leftovers. So what I created there was this emotional thought form cocktail that I had as a side dish to the leftovers. So, I guess what I'm saying here is that, when you have this combination going, you're going to rush your intuition and saying, fix this, and you're not going to want to hear those other thoughts. And you won't learn how thoughts plus leftovers plus emotions equals stomach ache.
Yeah.
And that's really where the value is in this particular thing. So, it may not have been, I have a stomach ache because, right, there's the equal sign, because I ate 2-day-old leftovers.
Right. Right. And what are those expectations about the leftovers? They're not tasty. It's dead food. It doesn't work for me. Why do I have to keep eating the same thing? I really wanted something fresh. I don't want that. I don't know. Lots of different ways, right? And we can say, actually, what if those leftovers were actually of high quality after you ate them? And maybe the stomach ache is related to all those expectations or demands we had about leftovers itself, right? Haven't you experienced that? I know I have. And it definitely impacts the energy flow to our stomach, to our bodies, and can create that tension, which then diminishes function and functionality and vitality and that health inside our stomach. So, what we do is we help really let go of those perceived consequences, those things we call limits of our thinking, so that we can be open to experiencing the wonder we just referenced.
So let me take a minute to recap the formula here. Number one, you're going to set an intention to ask your intuition. Number two, you're going to ask your body what it needs. And number three, you're going to dive in and just allow your intuition to share with you. So now that you know the formula and the reason why you want to connect and listen to your body, you can apply it in many ways, like picking food at specialty produce. You can tune in and ask your body, what would you like to eat for dinner tonight? So Ashley, do you want to do a little role play with me and you be my body's intuition?
I really do. So
Cool.
I'm Annie's higher self, enlightened self, intuition, inner guidance. Inner guidance to your body, in reference to your body. Go ahead, Annie. Tell us what you want to know.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you my secret sauce for getting ready to listen to my intuition. And I have this down to where I just do it with like a single thought and a little hand gesture of clearing everything away so I can go to neutral. So I let go of all my shoulds and my ideas that have been taught to me about what dinner is all about, like, oh, it's meat and potatoes or it's chicken and rice. And I go to neutral. And then I set an intention to learn, what does my body really want to be healthy today? So now I can ask a very simple question. Hey, body, what would you like to eat for dinner today? And then I stop and I listen.
And the body's intuition says, salad would be delicious.
Okay, that resonates with me. I can go with that. I like that. All right. Salad. Okay, I'm running through the recipe in my head. What kind of lettuce would you like? Would you like butter lettuce?
Not today. Nope.
Okay. How about spring greens?
Nope, it's not even on the menu.
I think red leafy lettuce would be good. How about that?
Beautiful, delicate, but no, not for today.
Romaine?
That's the one.
Aha, okay. Yeah, I could go with that. I like romaine. Okay. What else? How about bell peppers?
That sounds delicious.
Okay, red ones?
Not today. Nope.
Yellow ones?
Oh yeah. That's the one.
Green ones?
Not today, but maybe tomorrow.
Okay. How about onions?
Oh yeah.
White ones?
Maybe not today.
Purple ones?
Oh yeah. Right here.
Okay. Tomatoes?
Oh yeah.
Carrots?
Yep. Lots of choices with that.
Okay. Anything else?
I think that's pretty good.
Okay. So I'm curious, why are you picking these kinds of things? Do I need vitamins?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay. Do I need extra vitamin C?
A little bit. Not, you don't need too much, but a little bit would be
Okay.
good.
Um, do I need water?
Oh, yes.
Do I need fiber?
Not as much, but that's a good call, but not as much. You're good with that.
Do I need minerals?
Yes.
Okay. Um, what else do I want to learn from this? Oh, um, do I need plant energies?
Oh, yeah.
Aha,
That's why we
okay.
suggested salad.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Lots of
Okay,
plant energy is needed.
okay. Thank you. I appreciate this conversation. Okay, so now you understand your formula is unlimited. You can ask your body all kinds of simple yes no questions and get loads of information. Now, I like to keep in mind that my body's needs are dynamic. That means they're always changing. So, what's true in the moment right now will change tomorrow. Now, this is also true for you. Remember how, Ashley, what did you say about the green bell peppers? Did you say no, but ask me again tomorrow?
Yeah, and
Uh,
I find that fascinating because when we do research like this and really look deeply into the
yeah.
energies and how they give us these kinds of answers, it is fascinating. And I think you picked up on a really good point. Why does your body want green bell peppers tomorrow? I mean, what's about that, right? So I think the difference is, right, they have different vitamins and minerals in them, right, that makes them green, yellow, and red. And so what's the green about? Is it energetic, right? Is it about love? Is it about your heart? Is it about the minerals, the vitamins? Is it so it could be physical, mental, emotional, spiritual? It could be all different levels of how that green bell pepper. I know you're going to have it on your menu tomorrow, aren't you?
More than likely.
but, but what does it really mean? Because it's kind of neat because our intuition can also let us know kind of where we're going, what to
Yeah.
give us some direction in life too.
Hmm.
Might help in the
Hmm.
grocery store. Okay, what do I need? What do the kids need? What do I need to be shopping for? There's all sorts of applications that we can utilize our intuition, even just for our bodies, about to
Hmm.
help us and support us because our bodies do have an inherent knowledge about maybe it knows you're going to go running tomorrow. And so you need specific energy types of energy to support that running.
Yeah.
Maybe you're going to be sedentary and you got an all-day workshop to go to. And then
Hmm.
and then you would need different foods to vitalize your body for that particular activity. So I think there's lots of ways to access our intuition to support us in creating the healthiest body we have in every moment.
Absolutely. And that's a really great example of an ongoing conversation that, you can have with your body.
Hmm.
Um, you know, Give it a preemptive warning. Hey, I am going to go running tomorrow. Start thinking about what you would like to um, use for fuel, right?
Yes.
And so, one way to look at this is that when your intuition says something to you like, check back with me tomorrow, your intuition is actually inviting you to check in tomorrow and engage in more dialogue,
Right.
right?
Exactly.
So, before we end our podcast, I want to thank Specialty Produce for providing all these beautiful vegetables today to illustrate how we can connect to our intuition to understand what our body needs in the moment. And for all of our listeners, answer the call your body is making to you. Pick up the
Really.
phone.
Pick
It
up the
has,
phone.
yeah, you have the answers inside you. You always have. And you just have to listen to what it wants in each moment. And this is how you create a beautiful relationship with your body and find peace and happiness and good health. Thank you for joining us today. And you can find us at our website at brainintegrationinstitute.com and on Facebook under the same name for more information.
Thank you all.